Yes, y'all. Snak The Ripper, what I do and what he does. We got him on the phone right now. What's good, brother?
What's going on, man?
Chilling out. Bumping your tunes, of course, as always. Stealth Bomb.
Nice. What's going on?
Just kicking it. So you're up in London right now, right? Just getting geared up for the show tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Holding it down.
I'm ready to go.
And we were just talking prior on the phone there. It's like, I know you had to cancel the show in Oshawa on Sunday because of something like a chest infection or something. And I guess now you've just discovered from going to the clinic that it was bronchitis, right?
Yeah, it was bronchitis. And, I was coughing up blood and everything, and fucking, it was bad. So, but I'm on medication now. I'm feeling a lot better. And London, Guelph, Barrie, here we go. Let's do this.
Here we go. Just give her.
That's right.
Going hard. So tour life is hard sometimes. People got to recognize. I think one of the biggest things, like catching germs and stuff like that while you're on the road, think about how many times you have a microphone in your hand and how many other people have been spitting their phlegm and their germs onto that microphone in all the cities that you go to.
Well, and it's not just that either. It's like, you think about all the people's hands you shake after every single show, every single night, right? And so it's like, at the end, it's bad, man. It's, there's got to be at least one sick person a night who I come in contact with, and if my immune system isn't 100%, then I'm getting sick.
Yeah.
So, but it's all right. It comes with territory, and it only happens every once in a while, and it happened this time, and we're back at it. And feeling good.
That's good. Good to hear, man. Well, pumped for the shows, and you've got Just Give Her is out, and I know there's also been talks that you've been working for the past little bit on a new project. Can you give us any details on what's coming next as far as the next CD from Snak?
I have a new project coming out, but it's too early to say, man. I've got a bunch of songs, but I just don't know which ones are going to make the cut yet. So it's kind of early to say. I don't have a title. Not much to say, man. There's going to be, I got a lot of production from Sealance again and stuff like that. So it's probably going to be a similar sound to Just Give Her. And then, probably, I think the only difference thing I can say is that this one, for all my previous albums, I haven't really had many features. It's just been like my own squad and shit like that. So this project, I am featuring a lot more artists, bigger name artists, people who fans might want to hear me rapping with. So I may be doing a song with Ill Bill. I may be doing a song with Be Real from Cypress Hill.
Dude.
You didn't hear that from me. You didn't hear that from me.
Oh, that makes me too excited, man. That's crazy. That's dope.
Okay. And then those are the only ones I'm letting go, though. I got a few more, too, in the vault.
That's awesome. I appreciate that you were even able to drop us with those ones. I'm so stoked to hear that project and just any of the new music.
Yeah, I'm hyped, man. I've always wanted to do track with Ill Bill, so it's gonna be it'll be good. We're definitely working on some hot. So
nice. So he's a beast. I just caught the Nonfiction show in Toronto the other week and got a chance to connect with all those dudes, and he destroyed it.
Yeah, no doubt.
Beasts on the mic, beasts. So I just want to talk to you a little bit about music-wise, like for the sound sonically. You're saying you're getting a few more different artists involved in it and stuff like that, but the sound's still going to remain kind of similar to the Just Give Her. I'm really curious talking to artists now, especially seeing with the way that the game's kind of changing and new trends and stuff like that, and ways of making music and dropping in the 808s and kind of having that trap feel as well enter into the music. I wanted to talk a little bit about like that last collaboration that you did with Caspian, the the Built Like This, and I got a chance to check out his CD, The Felix Slang, which was pretty dope. But what were your thoughts as far as making that track? I know you caught a lot of flack from people like, what are you doing going into trap and stuff like that, and you were just like, yo, like, this is me still, we're making hip hop, you know what I mean? So I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about what your thoughts are as far as the creation of that record, and if we're going to hear some more of that kind of sounding music in the future from you.
I'm always going to make different styles and shit like that, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't really matter to me what the beat sounds like, if it's trap, if it's underground, if it's 90s boom bap, it doesn't really matter to me, man. I'll rap on anything. So, you know, everybody's got their own style, and you know, when another artist hits me up to do a song for their project, if it sounds different, I like that, you know what I mean? It's different than what I'm used to, so, you know, it doesn't really matter to me what the tempo is or how the beat sounds, man, as long as it bangs and people, and there's a market that people like that sort of thing, I'm going to do it, you know what I mean? I don't like to put myself in one category. Definitely.
I love hearing that, because I think a lot of artists out there get that feeling that they can't really step outside of the box for fear of like.
I think a lot of artists can't step out of the box. That's the problem. You know what I mean? There's a few Canadian artists who are kind of stuck in their one little sound, and that's cool. Do your thing, but I'm not one of those people. You know what I mean?
Definitely. You can't limit yourself.
No, man.
There's so much,
and it's mainly like fear. You know what I mean? Fear of trying something new. You know, I'm not scared of trying stuff new. So.
No, I think that's huge. And even just like a lot of people hate on like Kanye and stuff like that for the kind of vision that he has with his music and just releasing some really obscure out there stuff. But I still try and commend people that are just willing to jump outside of their comfort zone and try something new. You know what I mean? Because I think that that's where the true creativity comes from. If you're just doing the same stuff over and over and over again, there's no real spark or igniting, like fueling the fire to you, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. It's not very, it's not exciting as an artist to be doing the same thing over and over again. It's kind of, for me, I like trying new things, you know, it's exciting, man. It keeps it spicy, you know, and that's how I'm going to always do it, you know? I can't be doing the same thing over and over. It's just, too boring.
Yes, variety.
Variety, the spice of life. Yep.
Spice, get that flavor.
And I, you know, like if you ever listen, if you ever listen to any of my albums, like from front to back, like there is always like the underlining, like underground sound, but I always do spice in a little, like a little shit that sounds a bit different. You know, there's some dubstep, or there's some, you know, there's some more, you know, bassier tracks, or there's some more slower songs or whatever, you know what I mean? So I'm just not trying to do like hardcore every single song, because you're only really feeding to one market, you know, whereas like I like my album to be like a roller coaster of different feelings and emotions, and that way there's always a different song that you can relate to.
Definitely. I like that. Keeping it going. Give them the kaleidoscope.
That's right.
Let them have it. Word up. Also, I know your tours get a little bit crazy. You're one to throw down on stage. You get drinking beer and like pouring it all over you and going hard with the crowd. What's something like a crazy kind of tour story that you could share with us about, like something that happened either while you were on stage or off stage that you were just like, what the was that?
There's always crazy stuff happening every time, man. You know what I mean? It's tough to say. You know, there's people crowd surfing and people trying to jump into the crowd and nobody catches them and they just land on the ground. And there's like, you know, there's girls pulling their shirts off, and there's it's mayhem, man. And there's never I can't think of one particular thing, but there's always a bunch of crazy stuff going on, man. And you know, that's what makes it fun.
Definitely. The madness, the crowd surfing.
And, it's unpredictable, you know, you don't know what's going to happen. You just show up and hope for the best, and if you leave with beer all over your shirt, then you did it right.
You did it right. Just giving her.
Yeah, that's right.
That's the mentality. Word up. So you've got the Canadian dates that you're doing now, finishing up the rest of this tour here, and then you're heading off to Europe again, right?
Yeah, I got another 6 shows here in Canada, and then we're slowly starting to make our way back west now. And then our final show is in Surrey, and then sorry, I yawned. Yeah, and then we're off to Europe. We have a bunch of shows in Norway and Greece and Switzerland and the UK. The UK is going to be cool. I'm excited to go there. I've only been there once, and but I have 5 shows in different parts of United Kingdom, so I'm pretty stoked to go out there and see what that's going to be all about.
That's dope. Do you find like the Stomp Down crew like out in Europe really comes out? I know that it's a graph for people that don't know. Stomp Down Kill is a big, huge graph crew all over the place. It originated on the west coast of Canada, though, right?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, like for the most part, it's our crew on the west coast, but there's fans all over the world who, you know, have the clothes and rock the gear and come to the shows and yeah, I mean, like, doesn't really matter where we go. Everywhere we go, there's always a big crowd of kids rocking Stomp Down and ready to turn it up. You know what I mean? And so it's cool, man. I like going around the world and seeing different people supporting. You know, it's humbling, and it makes me realize that we're doing the right thing. So, you know, and people are hearing it doesn't matter if there's an ocean between us. People still know about us, and we're going out there and we're rocking for them.
That's dope, man. It's crazy to see because I'm, you know, watching your shows from the beginning and seeing like, you know, the small shows when you were first coming around touring, and now seeing every time they grow. I was just listening to an interview with Tech Nine yesterday, and he was talking about hitting the road for the first time, and like 7 people would be at his show, and 2 of the people in the audience were actually his security guards that were working for him. And then eventually it slowly grew, and it was like 50 people were at the next show, then 200 people, and eventually he's now like selling out arenas like all over the place. So I have a feeling like I don't want to put too much on your shoulders, but that's where you're headed. You know what I mean?
Oh, I hope so, man. I hope so. You know, this is like, I've been putting in a lot of work, and I've been doing this every year now for the past 7 years. So I'm really trying to take it there, you know, and yeah, I've noticed the same thing. It's been a growth, you know, and like, and this tour specifically, you know, like, a lot of these, venues we've been playing, they're getting to be too small, you know, so, and it's not like I'm trying to say that like being cocky. I'm saying it because there's 50 fans outside who can't get in because it's sold out, and then they're all emailing me, oh, we can't get in, play a bigger venue, you know. So I'm just hoping that after this tour, next time, we're going to have to book some bigger venues, Robbie. I don't think we're going to be able to do biggies again.
100%, brother. No, I feel that for sure. I got another spot in Guelph called District that I think I'm going to put you guys at next time.
Word up. All right, man. Yeah, it's the same thing. Edmonton, Calgary, all those places. We've got to. We're all in the works of hitting up the bigger venue next time because, you know, we can't be having people outside. You know what I mean? People are out there shivering, and they came to party and they didn't get in, and it sucks, man. You know what I mean? I want to let everybody in, but it's like we're so used to playing the same venues, and you know, a lot of the promoters they didn't know that it was going to sell out, and you don't know until the night of. You know what I mean? Like that's the thing. Like most of these people don't go and buy pre-sale tickets unless they're really, you know, really gung-ho about the show. But here's the thing is, like, when it's the weekend, man, and there's not a lot of going on in that town, people start piling out, and then before you know it, it's packed.
Yeah.
You know? And I'm not complaining about that. I just, like, you know, we got to hit the big venues, we got to hit a little bit bigger venues, and we got to do it up proper. You know what I mean? So,
definitely.
Next time around, we're doing it.
Yeah, no, it keeps increasing, man. It keeps getting, you know, larger numbers and more fans coming out. So I just love seeing the growth, and you keep putting out music, and I think that's the key, right? You got to have consistency. You guys are dropping the videos all the time and high quality stuff like Stewie Kubrick. So much salutes to that guy.
Yeah, he's killing it.
Like, just a visionary behind the camera. Like you guys have been working since some of your first early videos were done with him. Like, how did you guys connect? Were you like going to high school together, or just childhood friends?
I just met him kind of through the hip hop scene and through Evil and stuff like that. Him and Evil grew up together. They went to high school together.
Oh, okay.
And then I just kind of met him through Evil and you know, I could never afford his videos, and other people were paying him for videos, and then he was sick of doing videos that weren't getting any views, so he started talking to artists and being like, hey, you should put Snak on the song, or, you know what I mean? And then I would get on someone else's song just to spruce up their video or get some more views or whatever. And then, you know, now me and Stewie, we kind of have a deal and we work it out, and yeah, he's my main video dude, you know, and there's not another guy that I don't trust to make me look good on camera, you know what I mean? I don't have to really do shit with Stewie. We don't go out with like a 10-person video crew. You know, we just go out, him and me, and we cause trouble, and we shoot most of our videos like guerrilla style, you know, like no permission, no, you know, we don't get video permits and stuff like that. We just do it.
I like it. That's the way to do it. That Forgotten video, like, is so dope, and you know, one of your most well received videos, and it's just you and him with the camera, right? Just
yeah, it wasn't even actually Stewie that did that one. That one was like that one was a different dude. Actually, that one was I don't even remember the guy's name. His name was Tycho. But yeah, he was just like he's just a dude with a camera, and I basically just told him, like, I was like, okay, I just want to shoot a real basic video, and here's where I want to shoot, and here's how I want it to look, and he basically kind of like made my vision come alive, and you know, I just wanted that video. I wanted that video to be based something just like kind of complement the song a little bit, and he did a real good job of it, and now there's like 3 million views on YouTube, so it's good.
Yeah, no, it's crushing. It's crushing right there. What would you say? There's so many tracks that you've done, and I try and ask artists this question frequently, and it's really hard for them to pinpoint one. But even if you could get like a top 3, what are your favorite records that you think you've ever produced in all time?
Video?
With or without videos, even like just tracks that you feel are really you're happy about.
I do like Forgotten because it was like it's my biggest song, but it was also an important one for me because I felt like it was the topic was something I needed to get out, and I really like the beat and stuff like that. So that song definitely is one of my favorites. And then I really liked 8 Hours a Day too because it was something that's true to me, you know, and it's something that like the last 10 years of my life I've just been working my ass off of construction and music, and it's like, and so it was like it was another one, you know. It's just like and it seems like the ones that like are real personal to me and like they're real to my life are the ones that people relate to the most, you know. And it's like really shows that like there's a lot of people out there that are you know, struggling to keep afloat just like me, you know. And so those two for sure. And then I think probably like my favorite to watch, I really like watching my Don't Leave video just because it was like a milestone in my career playing for some of those festivals last summer out in Europe. I was playing for like 30,000 people and there's crowds chanting my name and shit like that. So for me, like, that was always a dream, you know what I mean? Like just being able to play for crowds that big and like having that documented by Stewie in like such a theatrical way was really cool. And you know, other than that, like you know, there's one song actually that just comes to my mind right now. It's called The Mirror, and it's more of a personal song about doing drugs actually. And in the song I OD on the end of the song from drugs and stuff like that. And then the reason this whole song even came to my mind is because my buddy who produced the song, he actually just passed away from a drug overdose. And
oh wow, Six Fire, right? Yeah,
and I just found it like it was like real. It's just real fucked up, like that he, you know, he died from a drug overdose, and like we made that song together, you know, 3 years ago, and you know, Six Fire, R.I.P. man.
Wow.
So yeah, I mean, it was that one for sure is special to me, and I know that one's helped a lot of people along the way and stuff like that. And the crazy thing is he sent me a new beat that's kind of like the same sample as that beat, and it's just more of a revamped beat. It's a little bit more banging. It's got more bass. The drums are better, everything. And he sent that to me before he died, and he wanted to make a mirror too. So I've decided to I'm going to make the mirror too and release it, and then all the proceeds will go to his family and his mother and stuff like that. So I'm in the process of writing that and working on that song right now. So keep your ears and eyes open for the mirror too.
Wow. That's deep. That's heavy, and a great thing that you're able to give back to somebody like that. That's huge.
Yeah, man.
Well, R.I.P. Six Fire on that one. Looking forward to hearing the record that comes out of that. That's going to be definitely something that I'm sure will touch a lot of people's hearts.
No doubt.
No doubt. Well, much respects, brother. I'll let you get back to what you were doing there, enjoying the life down at the Homewood. Chilling it out at the Suites, and I will be linking with you tomorrow. Got London coming up, Guelph on Friday, Barrie on Saturday. People get ready for the Rip Machine coming through.
I'm coming through, and last time we came through, it was crazy out here, so I'm really excited to be out here again. Thanks for bringing me out, Robbie. We're going to do this shit up proper. Ontario, come see me. Snak The Ripper.
Word up. Much respects, bro. Thanks again for the interview, and I'll connect with you tomorrow.
All right, brother.
Peace.
Peace.